The first apostles worked in the days before mass communication and high-speed travel. They had to go to each city and village preaching the gospel message personally. They went on foot, by horseback, or by sailboat. It was before the days of printing. Written communication was slow and expensive. 2,000 years later, that message is the same, but the means of spreading that message has changed. Today, incredible advancements in technology have made it possible for just one apostle to take the gospel to the entire world. Time phase of the work of God began in 1934. The first congregation of what became the Worldwide Church of God held its services in the Jeans Schoolhouse near Eugene, Oregon. In his autobiography, Mr. Armstrong tells how he organized a three-point plan to reach the world with the gospel of the kingdom of God. A half-hour radio program would begin immediately on the local radio station KORE Eugene. A magazine to be called The Plain Truth would be published and sent free of charge to all who requested it. Also, Mr. Armstrong would continue his personal campaigns in the towns and villages of the Willamette Valley. It was an ambitious program for a small church with few members and virtually no financial resources. But it was God's work, and the church members loyally and enthusiastically supported the three-point plan. And so the work grew. The personal campaigns bore fruit. Members were added, and more churches were raised up. Demand for the plain truth increased, and new radio stations wanted to broadcast the world tomorrow.
Today, my friends, we are in the time as foretold by Jesus, when he said that this is the beginning of sorrows, just the beginning of trouble and of sorrows in the world today. And so again today, my friends, I want you to notice first Jesus' Olivet prophecy found in the 24th chapter of the book of Matthew. Matthew 24, where in plain language Jesus...
Before the days of tape recording, radio programs had to be recorded on large lacquered discs. Don Hunter was a young recording engineer in Eugene, Oregon in the 1940s.
Just prior to his return to this earth.
Well, it's been many years since I've cut a radio transcription disc. We've set up this equipment here in my home studio to recreate the studio as it was when I used to record Herbert Armstrong back in the 1940s. The transcription discs that we use cost me anywhere from $1.75 to $2.50. And that was quite a bit in those days. And I charged about the same amount for making a 15-minute transcription. So I think I used to charge him $5 a program, and I was happy, and it was quite a strain on anyone's budget to pay $5 for a program in those days. We began to make more and more of these, and he started using them on other stations than KORE, the original station here, stations in other cities. And he said, this is going to grow. It's going to go all over the country. Well, I didn't know about that, but it did. And I remember he went to KFI and KSL and some Midwest stations, and to where I was making transcriptions for him on a regular basis. When Mr. Armstrong started his radio ministry, he had to be present at every broadcast that he made. When he started using transcriptions, he could multiply himself by several times over. And from that beginning with transcriptions, you can see what it's come to today, where one man can multiply himself all over the entire world and carry the message to the entire world. It's really an advance in technology that's unbelievable. We couldn't have dreamed that this was, I couldn't have dreamed that this was possible when we first started making recordings.
Today, in the modern radio production studios in this building in Pasadena, high-speed tape duplicating equipment is used. Quality recordings of the world tomorrow can be made at 8 times normal broadcast speed. Mr. Armstrong needs only to record the program once. Then it can be prepared for broadcasting anywhere in the world.
Okay, we're going to go for it, Art.
Oh, sure, why not? I've got one left.
Okay, Art, tapes are rolling.
The World Tomorrow. The Worldwide Church of God presents Herbert W. Armstrong, bringing you the plain truth about today's world news and the prophecies of the world tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Herbert W. Armstrong. Okay? Next.
Fine, next.
Australian closing. Take one.
Art Gilmore has been our announcer for over 40 years. He records the opening and a separate mailing address for each of the areas where the program is aired.
001. That's Worldwide Church of God, GPO Box 345, Sydney, New South Wales, 2001. The preceding program and all literature were produced by the Worldwide Church of God. The World Tomorrow. From the World Tomorrow became a television program in the 1950s. Its president and founder and world-known broadcaster and editor, Herbert W. Armstrong, reveals the startling significance behind today's world troubles, with the prophecies of the world tomorrow, when wild animals shall be tamed, a lion and a lamb playing together, and a little child leading them in a world of peace at last. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Armstrong.
Well, greetings, friends. The real significance behind today's world disturbances is simply this, that we're now near world peace, believe it or not.
Audio tapes rolling, video tapes rolling, on 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Before the last presidential election, we were hearing a great...
Today, in the Ambassador Television Studios in Pasadena, Mr. Armstrong's specially designed set combines warmth and good taste with a feeling of authority and dignity.
What they mean by being born again. And I also wonder if even those who profess to be born again know what it means. It's time that a voice cries out in the midst of this religious confusion of this day.
The telecast is recorded on a bank of videotape recorders. Once Mr. Armstrong is satisfied with the videotaping session, there is still much to be done before the telecast is to be aired. First, the program must be accurately transcribed by typists using sophisticated word processing equipment. The script is then carefully gone over to determine where sections of film or videotape cover footage, graphics, and color illustrations can be added to support Mr. Armstrong's message. Scriptures are electronically generated and then stored on magnetic discs until final editing. Once all the visual material is gathered, editors assemble it into video clips